Hey everyone, this is Nicole from Nicole's Needlework, and I am going to do a different kind of video for you today. I've had a couple people say they'd like to see my finishes, and I have about 20 years worth of finishes here. I do have some framed, but these are all unframed, so there we go. Now, I used to love lavender and lace back in my 20s, my early 20s. I started stitching when I was 13, but really got into it after I got married. So this is Celtic Spring by Lavender and Lace. I didn't do the border, I just did the girl, and this is 28 count linen. And this is Angel of Grace, and she doesn't have wings. I decided not to do wings, just make her like a floating lady. And there's kind of a funny story about this. I used to have a cross-stitch shop in Atlanta, and this was sitting in the window of the cross-stitch shop, and a bird got in and pooped on it right there. So anyway, and this is Ada, 16 count Ada. Here's another angel without wings. This is Angel of Autumn, and you'll see there's not very much border here. I didn't really know how to calculate my fabric so well when I first started stitching, and I started this when I lived in Hawaii. After my husband and I got married, he was in the Army, and we moved around a little bit, and when I lived in Hawaii is when I really first started getting into stitching, because they had a great shop called Fiddlesticks in Honolulu. So, and this is all my earlier stuff, and this is more recent, these things. This is a big one. This is Ruth Batchelor by the Scarlet Letter Reproduction Sampler. And I used DMC, and I believe this is 34 count. And this is my nephew's birth sampler, which I really need to get framed. See, he's 7 now. So I need to get it framed and give it to him. This is a Blackbird Designs Sailor Moon. I think this is a 30 count linen R&R. Here's another reproduction sampler. This is Anne Grant, 40 count linen. It's summer khaki, which I overdyed with tan Rit dye. And these are all silk threads. Vera Soie, Soie d'Alger, and some hand-dyed or over-dyed threads, Gloriana and other threads, the called for threads. Here's another reproduction, Shakespeare's Peddler. And this is Sarah Woodham, 40 count linen, and these words actually did over 1 full stitches. These one I just did half stitches. It's much easier to do half stitches on 40 count. My cats are being bad right now. And this is a With Thy Needle and Thread paper snowflakes, 40 count, 1/1. Another With Thy Needle and Thread, September. And this one is June. Here's May and August. So I want to stitch more of those in the future. Here's another reproduction sampler. This is a big one. This is Elizabeth Mears, and I do have a little mistake here. There's supposed to be another chimney right here. So one day, maybe I'll get that in there. But for now, it's just gonna be as it is. Here's little Blackbird Designs. This was their magazine design in 2011. Can't remember which magazine, sorry. Little House Needleworks, Needleworker. And this is, I think, 35 count linen, 1/2. Blackbird Designs, Summer Jubilee, I think is what it's called. It was in a magazine, and then then they released it as a leaflet. And this is a 30 count. I think it's like Ink Spot, or it's so dark. 30 count linen. Another Blackbird Designs. This is in the Loose Feathers I can't remember the name of it, but it was from 2009. And I just used one strand of Belle Soie, I think it was Rouge, over 2 threads, and it's 40 count linen. Here's a shepherd's bush, and this is a shepherd's bush Christmas kit. Plum Street samplers. I think it's Sergei. This is 40 count vintage lighting sampler. Another Blackbird designs from one of their booklets, 2012. And here's a shepherd's bush kit, Adam and Eve sampler. And another reproduction. This is the Scarlet House, Mary Rowe. And this is Blackbird Designs Christmas Garden. And I have all my kids' initials and my husband and myself. So there's my husband, Matthew, Bradley, and Jake, and me. Jake is holding my camera. He's my cameraman. Stop, Jake. You're gonna make him all dizzy. Okay, that's enough. Here's a Blackbird Designs from one of their booklets, and I think it's Sarah's House. 40 count linen silk threads. And here's the Carriage House Sampling Sampler Stocking. And I love this one. I really need to get it finished into a stocking. It's very, very sweet. Another Carriage House, Shores of Hawk Run Hollow. And this is also on 40 count summer khaki that I overdyed with Rit dye. And I'll do that if I need a darker linen. I've also done Christmas at Hawk Run Hollow, and that one I have in a frame. It's not professionally framed, but I'll show that one day. Shepherd's Bush, whoops, Halloween sampler there. Some little pattern darning there. And this is the old one, Birds of a Feather, Pray for Peace. And this is actually using their linen that they used to manufacture. Jenny Bean's Christmas sampler. It's really cute. And this is The Good Housewife, or Housewife. I can't remember the name of this. And this is a Blue Ribbon Designs. I think it's Poinsettia sampler or something like that. I can't remember. It's been a while. This is 2007, so that's 9 years, right? Here is Finch Song, Shepherd's Bush Cat. My cats are being bad. Shepherd's Bush Kit. Guys, be good. And this is Little House Needleworks, home of a needleworker. This is Margaret Havelock, a sampler and antique needlework quarterly design in one of their magazines. I can't remember which one. Plum Street Samplers, Bird in the Bower. And this is a primitive needle on 40 count. Looks like pearl barley. Stop, guys. Be nice. Scarlet House, Emma Mills. And this is 40 count navy bean. And this is Mary Gary's Sewing Cabin, Peace Sampler or Quaker, Pray for Peace, something like that. It's an old from 2004. And this is Hillside Sampling's Pomegranate Sampler. 2007. Here is Drawn Threads, The Riddler. And this is 32 count vintage fawn, a really dark linen that I've never used anything that dark. Dark brown, I should say. Here is Plum Street Samplers, Adam and Eve. I love, this was a really fun one to stitch. And here is Lavender and Lace Celtic Christmas. So as you can see, I still have a lot to go. So this will be all for now, and we can go through some more later at another time. You can see, yep, 20 years here. So I will do another video in just a little bit. Thanks for watching. Bye.